the best way to understand global unique identifiers in SQL is to just see some examples. And so let's do that. Now I'm going to show you something I've neglected to show you, and I've been meaning to for quite a few videos now. I've opened the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, and if I come up here and click the New Query button, notice my cursor's over here. If I click over here, notice I can't choose the database to direct my queries toward. I have to make sure I click over here, and then that becomes available. So if you have that problem, that's what's going on, okay? Now, I am going to unpin this so it'll move out of the way and we have the entire screen to code here. And this will most likely be part one of a two-part video because I just don't think I'll have the time to show you in this one video everything I want to show you about globally unique identifiers. Now, all this code is out there in your working files folder, and you can work through this step by step. And you can go grab that code, cut and paste, go through mine, see all my notes, and so forth. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create a table that we can use here. We're going to call it Using GUIDs. And we're going to create an ID column, and we're going to give it the unique identifier data type. Then we're going to go to the next column, and we'll just do last name, varchar 40. Then we'll do first name, varchar 40, and we'll stop right there. Very simple little table. Now let's just highlight all that, execute it, and we just created a table. And I'll clear my results off with Control R. And now let's insert some data into our table using, let me do that where you can see it easily. So we're going to insert into our table these values, and we're going to use the new ID function in the first column. And then I'm going to add long, then I'll do mark. Then I'm going to add two columns here, okay? And so I am just going to copy this one again to make it easy. And I'll paste that right there. And then I'll just change the name, Jones Frank. Now let's execute that. We will add two rows into our table. And then let's go look at the data that's in our table. So we'll select everything from Using GUIDs. So I'll highlight the select everything from Using GUIDs, and I'll execute, and notice we inserted these names. We used new ID on the ID column, and it generated two global unique identifiers for us. Pretty neat stuff. Now, anywhere we move or copy this row, that is going to uniquely identify this row, no matter what table we put it in, no matter what database we put it in, no matter what server we put it on, anywhere in the world. Now, the way we did it here, though, notice we created a ID column with the unique identifier data type. Then we kept calling the new ID function every time. Well, we could have that happen more or less automatically by using a default value, and haven't really talked about default values a whole lot. So we'll use this opportunity to talk about default values and a shortcut. I'm just kind of embedding these global unique identifiers without even having to think about them or concern yourself with them in code. But I'll show you how to do that in part two. So we'll end this right here. This will be the end of part one of GUID examples. Join me in part two and we'll continue.